And go live. Hello. And we are going live on Facebook in just a few seconds. And then we will welcome everybody. Beautiful. Okay, everyone, welcome to Chatting with Patty once again. On today's episode, I have an incredible artist, and I need to tell you about her before, need to tell you how I met her. Basically, as some of you may know, I went on a trip. I went whale watching in the Tadoussac area near Saguenay. It was an incredible experience. And along my journey there and exploration, my girlfriend, who's been to this workshop before, has been in this area before, told me that I need to go to this atelier, this workshop, to see this artist because she knows who I am and knows that I would love what she does. So at the end of a hike in Forestville, we stop in there and take a look. And the moment I walked in, I was like, this woman is so cool. I need to know her. How does she think this stuff up? I love it. And I bought a painting and I thought it was amazing. So it was really a spontaneous thing. I wasn't expecting to buy anything, but I just walked in and I loved the feeling of the paintings, her vibe, the vibe of the workshop. I could have stayed there and sat with her and talked, but COVID prevents us from doing all that. So I bought a painting instead and thought, why not do this? So please, I want you to welcome, before I introduce her formally, know that she is French speaking, which means that we have a translator with us. Her name is Anna. Anna, maybe you want to take a little peek.
Hi there.
There
we go.
So even though I speak French, there's no way that I can actually multitask to that degree and be able to translate this. So we're going to be having some fun translations while this is going on. And I'm going to be asking you some questions about her art. So everyone, please welcome Linda Isabelle. Hi, Linda.
Hi.
Welcome to this, to join us today, because I really appreciate your time. I know you're a busy artist. And so let's dive right in. My first question to you will be, can you tell us a little bit about how you became an artist? Considering especially you were self-taught, I read a little bit about your bio. You have a very interesting story. So maybe you can share with us how you got started and, and so on, and go from there.
Bon, tu comprends-tu? Parce qu'on comprend pas. C'est ça. C'est comment tu as commencé, c'est à quel âge que tu as commencé à faire des tableaux, puis qu'est-ce qui t'inspire, puis à quel âge surtout que tu as commencé à peindre de mon style. C'est ça, ton style.
En fait, ça fait depuis que je suis jeune que je m'intéresse à l'art. J'étais au secondaire, ça m'a toujours captivée. Je dirais que c'est peut-être plus dans la vingtaine que j'ai commencé à faire de la peinture. J'avais pas vraiment de style. C'est au fil du temps que ça s'est peaufiné. Ça fait maintenant 8 ans que je suis travailleur autonome, donc que je vis de mon art, puis que je mets les couples, que je mets les femmes en valeur et que c'est ça, que je me promène, que j'ai une belle vie de bohème, en fait.
Okay, you probably got some of that, Patty.
I did, but the other people won't. So go ahead.
Okay, all right. So Linda, by the way, is a very good friend of mine. She said she was very interested in arts, ever since high school. But really, her interest started around 20, when she was around 20 years old. And then, she started, little by little. And then she kind of, I don't know how do you say that in French, in English, peaufiner, getting
Play
better.
around a little bit, experiment.
Yeah, experiment, and find her, her ways, and all of those new things. She wanted to show the women's curves, and she was very interested in the, not the sex thing, but the sensual thing.
Right.
So. And then she's been working for the past 8 years, like as a, living on her art.
Yes, living on her art. I think that's incredible, because the life of the artist is not an easy life. Being an artist myself of a different genre, and it takes a lot of passion and even obsession to be able to stay with it long enough for it to become even something where you can say you're actually living off of it. So maybe she can talk to that a little bit more about how how she transitioned from doing this for fun and then into a world where it's actually now her means of living off of this and actually making money from this.
Le money, yeah. OK, c'est ça. J'aimerais savoir que c'est bien beau là, de travailler, mais comment tu as persévéré, puis comment tu as réussi à gagner ta vie avec ça, puis à vraiment rester avec ça là, tout le long. Là.
En fait, quand j'ai vraiment fait le saut de partir de mon travail que j'avais, la restauration, puis que j'ai fait le saut pour être artiste à temps plein, en fait, j'ai investi beaucoup dans les symposiums de peinture. Les symposiums de peinture, c'est vraiment une découverte un petit peu partout au Québec. Donc, découverte de la province, qui m'a permis de faire beaucoup d'événements dans plusieurs villes différentes. Au fil des années, d'événement en événement, bien, les gens me reconnaissent, les gens se sont attachés aussi à mes œuvres, ont vu le développement aussi qui s'est fait au fil des années. Et à chaque année, je prends la peine de découvrir d'autres endroits. Comme l'an dernier, ben là, c'était l'Europe pour moi qui était un nouvel endroit. Chaque année, j'ai beaucoup d'événements. C'est ce qui me permet d'avoir une belle visibilité. Le web aussi fait partie de la visibilité que j'ai et qui me permet de continuer aussi en fait d'artiste.
All right.
That was a mouthful.
OK. OK, tu as commencé par...
Dans le fond...
Oh, yeah, she started, well, we're living, I don't know, we're living in Quebec, so there's about, what, 6 million of us? So it's a pretty small area. And then she started doing a symposium. Is that a word in English? Symposium. It's like a weekend that, artists expose their work in like different cities. What do you call that?
That's good.
Symposium. Yeah, that's good. Well, she does about, I don't know, 10 à 12?
Les premières années, 10 à 12, puis ça a monté jusqu'à une vingtaine.
And, at the beginning, she used to do like about 12 weekends of that, like, summer, spring, summer, and fall. And then a year after that, a little bit more. And then people really got to know her, like Quebec people really got to know her. And, from year to year, and they would go back and see her work. And then with the web, of course, the market opened up. And then she got a call from Europe, I think somewhere in France, someone was interested in the art. So, like those weekends really helped her out. And the web, of course, opened up a whole new world. So Amazing. That's how she, she's doing right now.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Anna. So now I'm curious with that in mind, because there's a playfulness in her art and a sensuality. I'm curious as to what inspires you. Like, how did you, were you immediately this kind of style? Did you resonate with this kind of playful style that has also the fact that you don't go into detail of the face? Was that a personal choice? So there's a few questions there. Inspiration, was it always this style? And then the face, because I recognize that she doesn't do any kind of detailed face art. And if that was just a choice, or how did that come about?
Okay. Pourquoi que je m'inspire?
Comment tu t'inspires? Puis pourquoi que tu n'as pas de face dans tes visages? Puis ça n'a pas toujours été ça parce que ça a évolué.
OK. En fait, tu m'as dit beaucoup. Premièrement, les visages.
Oui.
Pourquoi je ne fais pas de visage? Mes œuvres représentent des scènes de vie, que ce soit la musique, que ce soit les nudes, que ce soit mes collections cuisine, peu importe en fait le thème. Pour moi, il faut que ça soit vraiment une scène de vie. Donc, je m'inspire de tous les jours, que ce soit les petits moments coquins, que ce soit, peu importe. Je pars d'une idée, puis à partir de là, je développe. Un petit exemple, le golf. C'est pas nécessairement dans mes collections, mais c'est facile pour moi, avec une idée de golf, de partir, de faire un couple entrelacé, de faire une dame en train de justement de faire le swing, ou peu importe. À partir de là, je développe. J'ai une facilité pour créer. En fait, c'est vraiment à partir d'une idée. Euh, pour ce qui est des visages, je mets pas je mets juste le sourire parce qu'ils sont toujours heureux. C'est super important pour moi. Ça reflète toujours la joie. Euh, et quand les gens regardent une œuvre, si je mets les yeux, je trouve qu'il y a une profondeur de l'âme dans les yeux, que quand on les met en pas, en fait, les gens, c'est plus facile pour eux de s'identifier. Donc, j'arrive en avant d'une toile, la fille a les petits cheveux un petit peu piqués, frisés. Ben, elle est brune, pour moi, ça me représente, sans que ça soit justement, c'est un petit peu caricatural, si on veut. Puis pour moi, ben, c'est devenu ma marque de commerce. Un peu le même principe que les grands coups. Les coups sont hyper exagérés, les formes sont exagérées. Puis j'aime que ça soit comme ça. Puis en fait, au début, ça l'était pas autant. Je pense que c'est vraiment avec le temps, comme j'expliquais, l'effet de peaufiner, de travailler, d'assouplir qu'est-ce que je faisais. Puis moi aussi, en tant qu'artiste, je me mets des défis tout le temps, tout le temps. Donc, je fais des choses, c'est des essais-erreurs, autrement dit.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's a lot.
I know that's
What her inspiration is a moment in the day, a moment in life. You know, you're in the kitchen, just a moment with your boyfriend, or cooking something, or anywhere. It's just a moment. At this moment, the person or the persons are doing that. And then it could be anything. She was talking about golf. She could, having a drink somewhere, and somebody's, and then she starts from that, a picture in her head, and then she goes. And she's very, I know her very well, and she can paint like very fast. She could, c'est quoi, tu peux sortir un tableau, une idée de sketch.
Écoute, ça prend le temps de le dire, juste avec une idée. À partir de là, j'ai improvisé. Le tableau va sortir dans la même journée, en fait.
She just gets an idea and just start, working on it, and in a day, it's done. But the most of the work is done.
Puis pour les visages,
okay.
Comme je
and as for the faces, she rather not have eyes because we can more identify to it. If there were eyes, we could see like into it. I don't know how I would explain to you. If with no eyes, you can more identify to the work. Are you following me? Patty's gone.
back. I am back. I am back.
There you go.
Oh my goodness, that was just thank you for the patience of that. We are let me see, recording. We're still recording. We're live. Amazing. Sorry, because I'm in the New York area, and there was a big storm here in Connecticut, a tornado, and it affected a lot of power outages and so on. So I think the internet was a little unstable. So
all right,
it looks like we're still here. Yes. So thank you, everyone. We're back. We're back live. We're back. Everything. Nothing stopped. Thank goodness. I'm using my phone here as the as the internet. All good. So please continue. You were talking about this. What you were saying, or she was saying, is that she basically is inspired by any moment that's going on during the day. You rose. Exactly. You took your glass. Sometimes it's a glass of water. Sometimes it's a golf. You see somebody playing golf. Sometimes it's eating food. Whatever it is, in that moment, the inspiration comes. Correct?
Right.
Exactly.
Okay.
And she can work, like I said, in a day. She can do something very, very exciting in just one day. Quick worker.
Yeah, that's amazing that she's actually that tapped in to be able to do that. So it's not necessarily that she has to do this deep, okay, I'm going to get in the mood and go in this state. I mean, maybe she does. I don't know if she needs to do
Not at all. Not at all.
You see her in action.
Tu rentres pas dans une transe pour trouver tes idées.
Non, c'est facile. J'ai même trop d'idées.
She's got too many ideas.
Wow. God bless. Amazing. Really? Okay, good. And then she was talking about, and you can interject, Anna, just to clarify. She was talking about the reason she doesn't, she puts a smile because for her, being in happiness and joy is always very important. But
Yeah.
she purposely chooses to not put the eyes because she talked about something about the eye is sort of, you know, the gateway to the soul, and she doesn't want, right, she doesn't want to sort of make people see that, but be able to see themselves through that. Can you explain that a little bit more when she touched on that?
That's exactly that. You said it well. That's exactly what you said. You know, just not having to, you know, we don't see the soul of the person. Therefore, we can, you know, we can be that person.
Right.
You know, we can associate with it, you know, we can identify. On peut s'identifier à cette personne-là parce qu'on n'est pas capable de voir la profondeur de ses yeux.
C'est ça.
Okay.
Ça.
And you were right about the smile. All of her tableaux have smiles.
Yeah.
Everybody's happy.
Because for her, joy, sensuality and to the sensual part is part of the playfulness and the joy that she always wants to. I mean, like the one behind her, which is so adorable, some guy playing piano. Basta, look at that, how cute that is, right? So she takes a moment, she sees someone playing piano, I guess, and then how do you add sensuality and that kind of playful beauty in there? So that's a nice piece. I didn't see that one. Nice. I think I'd have a few of hers. Okay. And then we talked about the long neck. What was there a specific reason behind her caricatures having it? Is it to keep it more like a caricature feeling? Is that she put the long neck? Can you re-explain that?
C'est-tu pour garder le côté
La caricature.
Merci beaucoup. C'est-tu pour garder ça, la longueur du cou?
Non.
C'est juste ça a évolué.
Ouais.
It's just that, you know, she started, you know, maybe rounder, but that, you know, as the years went by, and I wouldn't say, ça tu te prends 1 an, 2 ans à trouver vraiment les grands coups.
Ben, en fait, je pense que c'était à partir d'une commande, puis à partir de là, ça...
Okay.
Ouais.
She just, like, you know, as the years went by, like, she just kind of, how would you, you know, not thinning her, but allongé.
Lengthening.
That's, you know, she started lengthening the neck, and not only like forms, like, you know, she just very long forms, like the body has long, lots of curves.
Right, lots of length and lots of curves. Got it.
There you go.
Beautiful. So what's your work setup? How do you work? Like what I loved when I came to see you, your workshop or your atelier where we actually get to look at your art is one part, and then the back is your studio and your home. And I thought that was kind of cool that you could just, that your living space and your workspace is separate but the same building, if you will. So do you, like, how do you work? How does it work with you? Like, do you work in your workshop? Can you be in any space at all? Like, how does work show up for you?
Est-ce qu'elle a adoré ta place, puis elle veut savoir comment tu travailles, dans le sens que tu as ton atelier, tu as ta maison. Tu travailles-tu dans ton atelier? Tu travailles-tu dehors? Tu travailles à terre?
Ouais.
Tout nu? I don't know.
En fait, c'est ça. J'ai pas besoin de lumière, du stéréotype là, de l'artiste, tout ça. Je suis vraiment pas comme ça. En fait, je suis assise, super confortable dans mon fauteuil. À la limite, j'ai la TV qui est proche. Puis ce que j'ai besoin, c'est de confort. Donc, c'est le divan le plus confortable dans mon salon. Quand je suis à l'extérieur, que c'est dehors, ben, je peux être assis en indien, puis être en train de peindre. Je dirais que j'ai un petit peu la forme de mes personnages, tout un petit peu courbé, mal assis. C'est pas.
Okay. So Anna, I'm going to have a conversation with you at the same time as we're translating, but my understanding here, what she said was one, comfort. She just has to be comfortable, but part of the comfort could be her couch, like it be sitting in Indian position in front of a painting. And at the same time, all of this represents her nature that is kind of clumsy, yet playful. So part of her nature shows up in the painting. So it really is her comfort, and her spontaneity shows up. So it's not necessarily, it could be in the living room, like it could be outside, it could be wherever, as long as she's comfortable. And at the same time, a little awkward. And that's how it shows up.
Well, Patty, that's exactly it. I mean, you don't need me for this interview.
I need you.
That's exactly it. She's not like, you know, like she said, the the stereotype artist that she needs the sun, she needs the light. She sits down sometimes even on the floor, and she paints anywhere. And she sits outside, she can paint. Doesn't matter 2:00 in the afternoon or 2:00 at night, in the morning. She doesn't have any routine that she gets up and paints. No. It's just how she feels and how it really, she goes with the flow, as we say.
Right. That's wonderful. So perhaps we can talk a little bit about, I know she's very much involved in the community. She mentioned that, I saw that in her biography. There's certain causes that she believes in, and she works with schools, if I understand correctly. Now, I know this, pandemic may have changed things, but is she still very much involved in that? Can you speak to that a little bit?
Tu fais beaucoup de travaux communautaires avec l'école, tout ça. Tu as fait des ateliers, mais là, avec le COVID, probablement qu'il n'y en a plus. Mais c'est quoi? As-tu encore des projets avec eux autres? Qu'est-ce que tu as fait? Tu as fait des
j'ai fait des bancs de parc avec les jeunes. Ça, c'était l'école primaire. J'ai fait aussi des murales avec l'école secondaire. C'est vraiment chacun faisait son travail, une genre de mosaïque. Ensuite, j'ai fait... En fait, je m'investis beaucoup dans le milieu, côté de l'école, aussi avec le Nordais. Comme là, j'avais justement un projet d'une toile communautaire, en fait, qu'on allait faire avec les gens. Là, c'était remis. Éventuellement, ça va être un autre projet qui va sortir. Mais en général, à chaque année, j'essaie de faire au moins 2 projets avec les jeunes, un projet soit avec la Maison des femmes ou peu importe, avec les organisations.
Oh, Maison des Femmes aussi. Okay. So, and maybe you can add to this too. So my understanding, it's great. She's actually gone to, I missed the first one, but one of them I wrote down was in high school. She actually went to high school class and helped them create a mural on a wall.
That's it. Exactly. And she did the same thing in the junior high or elementary school. Right. She worked with them and doing a bench park. Like we've got a park and they
also.
Yeah, they repainted all they her paintings on the bench park, and then
j'ai fait aussi des genres de bacs à fil recyclables avec les jeunes du primaire.
Recycling bin for batteries.
Recycling bins also.
Yeah. And she's also involved with the city, and she's involved in quite a different spheres, and with this women's shelter.
Women's shelter.
She offered, she's involved in a lot of things in the community. She's a great artist.
I know. I read that and I thought that was amazing. So does she actually teach people also? Like I presume she helped them do the murals, that she was teaching these kids how to paint, or what happened with that?
Les premières années, j'ai donné des cours. Maintenant, j'en donne plus parce que j'ai plus le temps.
At the beginning, at first, she was teaching some classes, but now at the time, she's got no more time for that. But she did teach, and she's got she's got activities sometimes. She's gonna have an afternoon with the kids. 10 kids, 10 enfants à peu près là.
10-20, c'est des classes.
They're like classes of 20 kids. Sometimes she does that when she's got time. But like I said, she's quite a busy artist now, so.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And has COVID affected the way, your business, your art? Has it affected it in any way or not at all?
En fait, tous mes événements sont annulés. Donc, j'ai pas ma belle vie de bohème cette année. Par contre, le télétravail n'a jamais arrêté. Donc, ça va très bien côté des ventes, la production, tout ça, c'est numéro 1 de ce côté-là. Mais mes événements ont tout été annulés.
So it's like those weekends that she does every year. Well, those comment t'en avais?
J'en avais une douzaine cette année.
She had about 12 of those those set up for the summer. Those are all canceled, and she was going to Europe actually in this gallery in somewhere in France, and that of course is canceled. But as for the rest, the painting is still going well because of a website, of course, and with internet now, anything's possible. So that hasn't changed. And plus the fact that we live in a very, very small town, so there's no there's no COVID, you know, here, then, and it's just, you know, life is pretty much the same here for us.
Right. Yes, yes, you are in the middle of nowhere. I remember
There you
being
go.
there.
We call it Booneyville. We call it Booneyville.
It really is. Here I am driving at a stoplight, and if Jennifer, my friend, had not said that's where we're going, and I was like, that's a workshop. I can't, you know. So we go in there, and then we drive, and then you see it. I mean, your companion, husband now, he has a whole workshop. He's also an artist, which I think is amazing. Yeah. He was fixing his car, which I know this weekend you went driving in. So he was this old car, and he's also an artist, and he paints with her also. So I think that it is a beautiful bohemian couple.
There you go.
Yeah,
that's exactly what it is.
It's incredible. Good. So basically, you're saying that COVID didn't, because of, you know, her she's actually able to furnish a lot of more painting because she's busy creating art right now. There's a big demand for it. What she misses is the bohemian part, where she actually gets to go out and share her art with people and have a conversation and connect with them.
There you go.
Yeah. I get that. I miss that too. I get it 100%. I do. So then let's talk about art in general. What role does an artist have to society?
What, say that again? What rule?
No, what role? In other words, what role?
Sorry. Quel rôle que toi, comme artiste dans la société?
Ou en général, l'artiste, tu sais, comme c'est quand même quelque chose de très important.
Ma mission, en fait, en tant qu'artiste, c'est ça. Ma mission, je veux toujours, à chaque fois que je fais une œuvre d'art, ce qui est important pour moi, c'est de partager le bonheur. Pour ça, justement, tout à l'heure, qu'on expliquait que mes œuvres d'art faisaient sourire, le côté ludique, justement caricatural. Donc, à quelque part, à chaque fois que je partage, que ce soit justement en donnant des ateliers avec les jeunes, que ce soit en vendant une toile, que ce soit juste en me promenant un petit peu partout et en montrant mon travail, bien, je partage toujours la joie. Donc, pour moi, c'est toujours positif à chaque fois. Fait que mon rôle dans la vie, c'est apporter un petit grain de sel, un petit peu d'humour, un petit peu de bien-être, en fait, aux gens. C'est ça. Puis de le partager le plus possible, d'avoir le plus possible de visibilité.
There you go.
So, yeah, she basically you're saying your mission is to always share and spread joy within each canvas, within each thing that you create, and that it's the epitome of everything that you do, and so that is your mission statement and your purpose with every art that you create, art piece that you create. And I'm going to ask something personal on that because I read in your bio. So if it's in your bio, I could ask her, I presume.
Yeah.
She talked about in her bio that a bulk of her art, really sort of the catalyst of her art, was after the death of her mom, her father, and at the time, her conjoint, which is the man that she was with, her partner, correct?
Yeah.
Right.
So maybe, and I thought that is that the moment that then that was the catalyst to her art, and maybe is that why it's so important for her to bring joy, because that was 3 tragedies in a very short time. We're just a couple of years apart, each of them. So maybe she could speak to that, because I think it's important for people to even know, to realize that sometimes something tragic, something that tragic created this beautiful inspiration for her and this creativity within her. So anyways, if she can speak to that, because I thought that
okay.
Yeah,
OK. Elle pense, elle se demande si, puis vu que tu l'as dans ta biographie, elle peut en parler, là.
Ouais.
Si, bon, écoute, la mort de tes parents, ta mère, après ton père, après ça, le cancer à Dario, elle se demande si c'est pas ça qui a comme solidifié que toi, dans la vie, tu veux être heureuse, puis ce que tu veux, c'est partager le bonheur.
Oui.
C'est ça. Ça a vraiment été le catalyseur qui a fait que...
En fait, quand maman est partie, parce que c'est maman, c'est la première qui est partie, ben en fait, j'étais perdue, oui, j'ai continué à travailler, tout ça, mais j'étais vide, j'avais vraiment un vide à l'intérieur. Puis quand que je commençais une toile, peu importe vers quoi je m'en allais, quand je finissais, elle me faisait toujours sourire, parce que justement, elle était tout croche, tout... Puis ça me faisait du bien, c'est que ça m'a tout le temps mis un baume sur le cœur. C'est qu'à la base, je le faisais pour moi, puis ça a grandi. Je suis heureuse, ça va super bien. mais mes toiles vont toujours refléter ça, puis ça m'a sauvée.
OK.
Fait que je me dis qu'à quelque part,
Okay.
peut-être que ça va...
OK. Did you get that?
Yeah. Yes, I will share basically,
Thank
and you
you.
can interject. But
Yeah.
ultimately, after all of these losses, her mother, her father, and her partner, she felt lost and empty. And really, it was through art. It was the only way that she can feel some sense of joy. After she finished a piece, she noticed she would feel happy. And so this sort of becomes like something like a good drug, that this is how I'm going to deal with this tragedy and this sorrow is through doing art, because it brings me joy. And it actually saved her. That this process that started for her to help her get past this grief, go through grief, and in the end saved her, and then became her way of life ultimately. So did I get that all correct?
Yeah, that's exactly it, Patty.
Oh, good.
Right on.
Good.
It really saved her.
Yes, beautiful, beautiful. And by the way, if anybody ever has questions, please type it in. I'll try to also look at that on Facebook if I can, but on the chat here, by the way, so I know if anybody has some questions. I'll keep going with that. So then, are there any, like, as an artist, what are some of the challenges within the art world? Do you see some, like, or have you dealt with them all and it's all good? Like, do you notice any challenges within the art world, or for you life is bliss and it's been this amazing flow and you've never really confronted any challenges?
I think that's it, but I will tell her. I think you got the answer, but let me ask her. As-tu des défis à propos de l'art? As-tu des défis à relever ou toujours? Oh, wrong answer. All right, hold on.
Okay.
Oui, quand même, parce que je ne veux pas toujours rester au même stade. Parce que c'est facile de rester dans le même pattern, dans le sens que je préfère toujours la même scène. OK, juste changer, mais je veux vraiment explorer. Donc, j'ai des défis, puis pas à chaque œuvre, mais j'essaie de faire des nouvelles collections. Comme là, dernièrement, j'avais la collection un petit peu plus BD, ce que je n'avais pas exploré avant. Donc, oui, j'essaie quand même, j'explore quand même à chaque année.
Mais dans le milieu de l'art en général, as-tu des embûches? Non?
Non, ça se passe bien, je dois dire. La vie me rend bien les choses.
OK.
Ouais, c'est ce que je peux dire.
OK.
So if I understood correctly, she basically said she has challenges at times when she's trying to broaden her creation, try to change the way she approaches certain pieces, perhaps. So sometimes there's those types of challenges, which are kind of normal, that she works her way through. But actual challenges within the art world per se, she has had none. She said life has been very, very good to her and it's been flowing very nicely, correct?
That's exactly it. Really, really, that's exactly it. Word by word.
Wow, that's amazing. Okay. Here we've got some questions. Here she goes. Michelle, who is also an artist. Michelle, you're unmuted. If I'll say it in English. If you want to say it, you can say it, and then Anna will translate it. But basically, Michelle asked, what medium do you use? Watercolors and the sizes of your canvas? Both.
L'acrylic. Acrylic. She uses acrylic.
And the sizes of the canvas, they're all different sizes, correct?
Exactly, all different sizes. C'est quoi, avec quoi tu travailles le plus comme grandeur de toile?
Vraiment différente, mais j'aime moins les petits formats. J'aime beaucoup plus les gros formats.
She rather work with the bigger ones. Like she not that she doesn't, like the small one, but if you give her a choice, she'll work with the larger size.
Plus de liberté, plus de mouvement.
More freedom, more movement.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, Michelle, for the question. Yes, from artist to artist. And now, do you feel, obviously you feel that art should be funded. Can you speak to that? Since you've been involved with the community, do you see that there's a resistance to funding art, whether it's through the government, whether it's through schools? Can you share some of your thoughts on that?
Ben là, si ça va tu rentres dans les politiques, dans le sens que tu trouves-tu qu'il y a assez de sous pour les arts? Trouves-tu que, point de vue gouvernemental et tout? Là?
Ben, je pense que ça va toujours être un combat côté des arts. Toujours place à amélioration. C'est sûr, en plus, moi, je suis en région, donc les arts ont peut-être un petit peu moins ils ont besoin d'être encore plus découverts. C'est ce que je pourrais dire.
Okay.
Ouais.
Okay. So,
Yeah, she's saying that ultimately, yes, there's always not enough funds, and ultimately, well, I don't know if there's something specific that she said, but she does believe that there needs to be more funding. But you know, her answers to that question is kind of
Je
up
veux
in
dire
the air.
aussi que
yeah, okay.
Je veux dire aussi que, tu sais, comme tous les événements, c'est toujours nous, les artistes, tu sais, les coûts d'inscription,
Okay,
les...
so, wait,
ça.
you know,
Okay.
those workshops that she does, they always have to, you know, put money, you know, from their own pocket. Of course, they would have, you know, government funding, but it's the same thing everywhere.
Right.
And it's even maybe worse here because we're in region, like we're away from the big centers.
Nice. Okay. So since for the last little bit, would it be possible? I know she's maybe on a laptop or computer, but I'd be wondering if she can actually show some of her beautiful art to some people. Maybe she, like, I see one behind her, but is it possible to show a few? I know this is very spontaneous.
Des tableaux.
Ben oui, je
Oh,
vais
ouais.
t'emmener avec
Yeah,
Ouais.
yay! Show us, show us. Oh, how fun!
Je te peux, je vais aller t'aider à sûrement en
Ouais.
avoir.
So now we're going into her workshop,
Là,
right?
sont
Oh, look at that!
Je veux dire qu'il y a du potentiel à cause du COVID, là. Je vous emmène avec moi dans l'atelier.
Wait. That's a
Okay.
beautiful.
Ici, on en voit une aussi.
Oh, sexy. Love it.
Ouais.
Oh my gosh.
Ici.
Oh, je l'aime celle-là.
Oh, how
Elle est
beautiful.
en train de m'en sortir, c'est que je vais pouvoir vous en montrer d'autres.
Look at that.
Ah ouais. Sexy
That was
boy.
I
nice.
think everybody can see why I loved it so much. And I just wanted to sit there and sleep in that room.
Ah ouais, celle-là est sexy aussi beaucoup.
Oh, wow, wait a second, put it back there. Attends, remettre ça là. Revoir le sexy, là, celui-là. Là. Wow, I love the whole, look at that, because mine was the violin with the same kind of thing. This one is the piano. Oh my goodness. Are those being delivered? Is that why they're wrapped up? Yeah, look at that.
Ouais, avec la COVID, on n'a pas le choix de mettre les wraps.
Wait. Oh my goodness. Amazing. Wow. And then you're wow. Look at that. Okay.
C'est un petit peu ça. J'en ai un autre quand j'ai parlé de la collection BD. Je sais pas si on la voit.
Okay. Yeah, gorgeous. Yep. I see that. It was so hard to pick, let me tell you. And nice. And that's amazing. Thank you so much for sharing part of that. So for those of you who are watching, I'm going to leave some her link. Oh, look at that. The link to her website so you can you also have pillows. I'll get on ça. You've also superimposed some of the art on like pillows, on some other things.
Les produits dérivés.
Oui. Montre-nous ça.
Comme les coussins, comme tout à l'heure.
Her chair. Show the chair, Anna. Montre la chaise.
Ouais.
It's my favorite one. I wanted to sit on it all day. Bring it down. Plus bas. Montre-nous. Et voilà! There it is.
J'ai une autre toile coquine que je vais vous montrer, un haute. Dis-moi si tu la vois. Elle est quand même très...
Oh, wow. Look at that. Nice.
Une bonne pièce.
Beautiful art. Yes, it is. Il y a beaucoup de monde qui aime ton art. Ils disent c'est très beau. Beautiful art. Very nice.
Génial.
Une autre question, quelqu'un demande, are there any artists that influenced your style? Any music you listen to while you paint? So if there's music you listen to or artists that influenced you?
As-tu compris? Y a-t-il un artiste qui t'a influencé ou y a-t-il de la musique qui t'influence?
Ben, mon conjoint, il joue de la musique, les enfants jouent de la musique, donc ça revient beaucoup. J'aimerais énormément jouer de la musique, mais je ne le fais pas en tout. Ensuite, des artistes, j'ai beaucoup d'artistes qui m'inspirent. J'ai beaucoup d'artistes québécois aussi qui m'inspirent. Je pourrais dire Claude Bonneau, qui est de Bécomo, que j'étais toute petite, que je l'ai vu et que maintenant, je fais des événements avec lui. C'est sûr que je suis inspirée d'Ali, les formes. Tu sais, j'ai beaucoup, beaucoup d'inspiration côté des autres artistes, mais j'ai pas un préféré ou je dirais que le cheminement de l'artiste m'intéresse peut-être plus que côté de l'œuvre en soi. Comme Claude, c'est vraiment le cheminement qui fait que j'aime la personne, j'aime son travail, j'aime tout le cheminement. C'est un petit peu ça.
Okay. So I'll repeat that. That basically she's saying that the one person that she is inspired by is Claude Bonneau, which is a local guy from Baie-Comeau. That's where she was born and raised. So it's a guy from there. And a little bit of Dali, but she says really what inspires her when it comes to artists, it's not the artist, it's the person that they are, what they stand for, how they work. She's very much, and that's why she clinged very much to Claude Bonneau, and she does a lot of events with him also, correct?
That's exactly it. Yeah.
And as she said, for music, she doesn't necessarily listen to anything specific. Her husband is a musician also, so he plays music. So she's very much surrounded. I mean, her place is like that. It's one of those things that you could have people come to buses at your house and kind of hang with you and, you know, sit around in a circle and watch them play music. It would be it's that kind of vibe.
It is.
It really is. You don't need other influences because she created her art oasis. She really did. So I can speak for that as to say, because I witnessed it. She doesn't necessarily need as much external influence because she literally created her home and her living space and her art, her workshop as that. So it's one, and they're all infused together. So you're walking into this, you know, time warp of an artist. Like you can feel that when you go and see her there. So and again, I could say that because I was there. So I know she didn't say any of that, but I'm sort of translating that to the people.
But that's exactly it. And I know her too because, like I said, she's a good friend of mine, and you know, that's exactly it. You said it in a nutshell.
Yes. So there you have it, Michelle. It is that kind of place, and it's a beautiful thing to see the two of them together that created this vision as a couple, and also for herself as an individual. And I know he does some painting also. He uses spaces, and he likes to do a lot of actual musicians and artists, correct? His art.
Yeah, exactly. From pictures. Yeah, and he's quite good actually.
Yeah. Did you want to show some of that, just out of curiosity, since we've got a couple?
Ils m'ont dit une affaire à Dario, une peinture à Dario.
Oh, got it. Now that's an Aerosmith guy. No, who's that?
Ouais.
Non, c'est pas d'Aerosmith, c'est
Slash,
c'est
Slash.
Non, c'est Guns N' Roses.
Guns N' Roses.
Oh, Guns N' Roses. See, what do I know?
Yeah. I know he's quite good.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Wonderful. Good. So, I mean, I'm good for. This was amazing. I'm so happy that you decided to join us and share your beautiful space and your art and everything. I know for me, it really touched me. Not just the canvas, but everything you created in your space. I really felt like here's a woman. No wonder she's in flow. Like there was. And I don't know if you just kind of, I guess my question is, from me speaking out loud about this, is how do you just follow your instinct? How did all this come to creation? Were you the type of girl that just always said yes to things because you trusted yourself and what you wanted so much? Like, how did all this happen that you felt you went with flow so well?
Comment tu t'es rendu là? T'as-tu suivi ton instinct?
J'ai juste fait ce que j'aimais. J'avais juste besoin d'avoir une passion, quelque chose à me raccrocher parce que justement, j'avais mal. Donc, j'avais juste besoin. Puis le dessin, ça a toujours été un moyen pour moi de m'isoler ou de me recentrer sur moi-même. C'est qu'en fait, c'est un petit peu ça.
She did what she loved.
Amazing.
She just did what she loved.
She just kept following that. She wasn't thinking about where is this going to take me. None of that. She basically
did what she loved.
pour donner un exemple, ici, j'avais acheté ça pour faire de la restauration.
Okay.
Tu sais, écoute, on avait tout, puis on a reviré ça, tout s'est fait comme ça.
They first bought this place and they wanted to make a restaurant out of it. And then everything just changed because she loved painting. That's what she wanted to do.
C'est comme venu tout seul. Les commandes, tout est...
C'est ça.
Wow, she literally, this was supposed to be a restaurant and in the end, something else happened. Donc, c'était supposé être un restaurant et puis ça virait bar.
Oui, c'est ça qu'on voulait. J'ai encore certains trucs commerciaux qui sont justement dans ma cuisine. Mais non, c'est ma passion qui a pris le dessus sur tout. Puis, on dirait que la vie a fait, il y a des éléments, des gens que j'ai rencontrés aussi qui ont fait que ça a pris toute la place au complet. Donc, je ne me suis pas posé de questions, c'est venu tout seul, simplement.
Okay. Wow. So basically she's saying they went in there as a restaurant to create a restaurant, and then people and circumstances that happened in her life, she just listened to that and they realized that maybe this was the way to go, kind of thing. She trusted that. She just followed what felt right. And didn't necessarily that this was the plan. She was open to changing the plan only because of circumstances and people that showed up that kind of guided her in some way. And then she trusted that implicitly.
Yeah.
Ouais.
Wow. Non, mais c'est formidable. C'est pas facile d'avoir that amount of trust in what you love to do. In life and what you love to do. Like most of us will second guess, wonder, shouldn't I go? And you just trusted it without question. Like this is the, tu veux dire quelque chose? Vas-y, ma belle.
Je pense que c'est juste lâcher prise. C'est niaiseux, hein? Puis on dirait que...
Just letting go. Just let it go. And that she wanted to paint and just, you know, it's not, t'avais pas vraiment de la grosse... C'est ça que tu voulais faire, puis qui vivra verra.
C'est en plein ça.
Okay.
J'avais pas nécessairement d'attente.
Non, c'est ça.
Tu sais, aujourd'hui, je suis là, puis c'est wow, puis je suis contente, puis les expériences que je fais, je les apprécie tout le temps. Chaque commande, je suis contente de les avoir. Chaque vente, parce qu'en fait, j'ai pas d'attente, à part me faire plaisir à la base. Puis je veux que ça reste comme ça au fil des années, même si je vends plein de toiles ou peu importe que la cote à monte, je veux que ça reste authentique. C'est important.
Wow. So she has zero expectations with anything. What she always wants to keep is the authenticity of loving to paint. She didn't go into this with the idea that I'm going to become an artist and I'm going to become world renowned and so on. She said, I just want to paint because I love it. And then people, I guess, started to buy. But with every painting to this day that she still does, there's zero expectation attached to it, except I want to make sure that joy is seen through this, that my joy and happiness comes through in this piece. And that's all she's committed to as an outcome.
C'est exactement ça. T'as pas d'attente. Quand tu fais tes tableaux, t'as pas d'attente. That's exactly how you did it, how you said it.
Wow, unbelievable. Letting go is not so easy, and you truly live that, like day to day. That's amazing. God bless. Like really, I think that's an amazing thing because it's people write books on that, and you live it. So, amen. Bravo.
There you go.
Il y a du monde qui écrit des livres de se laisser faire et toi, tu le fais. Tu sais, c'est vraiment formidable. Non, amazing.
Les plus beaux métiers du monde.
Oh, she has the best work or career in the world. She feels blessed and lucky to be doing this kind of work. So thank you so much for sharing this. Thank you for being with us today. Her website is her name. It's lindaisabelle.com. I will put it on the link when I send it to everybody. Thank you. You can go on her website and take a look, but she gave us a quick play today of sharing her home with us in her workshop. Beautiful. Merci infiniment de donner ton temps avec nous aujourd'hui puis de partager ton art avec nous, sharing your art with us. It's really a beautiful thing. It did touch me and I'm glad there was quite a few people that got a chance to experience this, qu'il y a beaucoup de monde qui ont vu un peu avec nous ce que tu fais. And, you know, just like, wow, do what makes you happy and just trust life and don't try to control it so much and just live with it, you know, and trust yourself along the way with that, and follow your heart and your passion. Yeah. Oui, est-ce qu'il y a un dernier mot que tu veux dire ou c'est beau, je l'ai tout dit?
You said everything, elle a tout dit.
But maybe she wants to say something. Oh.
Simplement, merci beaucoup. Et j'espère un jour avoir la chance de rencontrer encore plus de gens, simplement.
Right. Good. Thank you. She hopes that one day she'll be back out there meeting more people, because there's nothing like meeting people face to face and connecting with them, as I did with you, because the experience for me was visceral when I got to see you. So thank you. Merci. Thank you everyone for joining in. Thank you everyone, Michelle, Melanie, Shirani, who joined in. Thank you. And everybody on Facebook, I appreciate you joining in. You're welcome, Natalia, everybody here, that all of you that joined in. There's quite a bit of you. Thank you all. And till next week, thank you so much. Merci, merci.
Merci.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much. Thanks.